Hi there, welcome to live stream Yoga with Louise, tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. Today's quick fix focuses on arms and abs. To support your efforts on the mat, you're preferably going to be using an extra length TheraBand at the highest resistance intensity that you could comfortably manage. If you don't have a resistance band at your disposal, you're going to use the freestyle option as you play. As always, move where you're comfortable, modify when you need to, and feel comfortable to rest if you need to, pausing the stream if need be. You ready? Let's hit the mat. We're going to set up for today's class, coming into a start seat at the top end of the mat. If you're playing sans band, you're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to bring your legs just inside of parallel. You're going to float the arms out in front, and you're going to execute one roll down and back up. And once you're up from your roll down, you're going to bend one elbow and you're going to push it against an imaginary wall with as much resistance as you can, and then float back to your start position, rinsing and repeating, using the back of your elbow and maybe the tricep to push against an imaginary wall. If you're playing with your band, you're going to take your heavy duty band. You're going to wrap it around your feet. And you can keep those feet just inside of hip width distance apart. You're bracing and pushing into the TheraBand. If you do need some support for your lower back as you roll down, you can place that into the mat now. You're going to cross the TheraBand, sitting up nice and tall. You're going to give me a soft elbow line. We're going to do one roll down. When you come back, you're going to tug on that band and you're going to push against that imaginary wall and come back to start. All right, let's do this. Take a big breath in to prepare. On the exhale, nod your chin to your chest, roll it down and back up. And then begin your rowing-like motion, giving yourself as much resistance as you can. So remember, the closer your grip position is to the feet when you begin your tug, the more resistance you're going to feel on the band. You're going to shoot for 10 rows on side one. Once you've done 10 rows, you're going to nod your chin to your chest, you're going to roll down, and you're going to roll back up to your start position. Then give me 10 rows on side two, keeping those elbows soft on the support side if you are using the TheraBand. I'm going to call that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, nod your chin to your chest, roll it down. Remember to look in towards your belly button as you're rolling up and down. Then you're going to double up and you're going to row with both elbows. Going to call that 8, 7, the whole time you're sitting up nice and tall, shoulders and hips stacked. 4, 3, 2, the last one, nod your chin to your chest, roll it down and up. This time you're going to open up into your row and then you're going to give me little pulsing motions for 10 with your elbow. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it down as you connect to the floor. Bend both knees. Pushing with your elbow points on the floor, you're going to extend and bend at the knees, allowing the cross to travel in between your knees. With as much resistance as you can, you're pushing the legs away at about a 75-degree angle, and then working resistance as you try to draw the knees back to their bent position. You're going to shoot for roughly 10 repetitions, pushing off your elbow points that are connected to the floor. Then end in a knee draw position. Let go of one side of the TheraBand, unravel, and just place the TheraBand alongside you so that you can reach for it when you need it. You're going to come into a single leg stretch. Bend your knees at the tabletop position. Scoop to peel up off the shoulders, holding around the left knee and extend the other leg to 75 and then begin to change sides. Holding that scoop position as you draw one knee in towards your nose and extend through the other leg. Breathe. Double up, tuck both knees in towards your chest, then open up your arms and your legs into V and tuck back in. Relax your head, your shoulders, and your arms back down to the mat. Knees are still in the tabletop position on the mat. Squeeze the knees and the legs along the midline of the body. Take a big breath in to prepare. On the exhale, you're going to drop both knees just off center to the left. Pause. Feel the obliques on the right working to hold. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale to drop to side two. Pause and hold. You're going to rinse and repeat, moving with control, dropping off the center line, pausing for a moment or two before you bring it back to center with control. Working with your breath. Exhale as you drop and pause. And then inhale to draw your legs back towards the center line. Let's do one more drop, and then we'll use rolling like a ball to come into a seated frame. Tuck your knees in towards your nose, scooping to peel up off the shoulders, maybe bracing around your shins or behind the thighs, and tuck yourself into a little ball, rocking up just off your tailbone, then hollow out your belly, round out your back, and rock back to your start position. You're going to roll back and forth maybe 5 times, looking for that core control as you rock. Then find your way back into your original seat, sans or with band, tucking the band around your feet, maybe changing the cross, so this time having the opposite band on top. Sit up nice and tall, nod your chin to your chest, roll it down, and back up again. And then give me 10 rows on side one. You're squeezing the energy between the inner thighs together. Your feet stay actively braced. And you're pulling up that imaginary zip from your pubic bone towards your belly button line. I'm going to call that 4, 3, 2, 1. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it down. And back up. And then give me 10 rows on side 2. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to roll it down, nod your chin to your chest. Look towards your belly button as you peel back up to your start position. Then double up on your row. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down, nod your chin to your chest. Peel back up. Open up into your row and then pulse with the elbow for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Nod your chin to your chest. Roll it down as soon as you connect to the floor. Press your elbow points into the mat. Allow the cross to travel between your knees as you begin to extend and bend through the legs. Pushing out with resistance, coming back with resistance. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End in the bent position. Let go of one side of the TheraBand. Then connect your band and place it one side. For the next movement, let's all begin by extending the legs along the mat and relaxing the arms at your side. You're going to begin in a neutral spine position. We're going to execute a single leg lift on the right side of the body, but we're going to try to get a little bit of imprint into the lower back. So think of tilting your pubis to the 12 o'clock position, maybe scooping to bleed your head and your shoulders off the mat and tucking both hands behind your head. Then you're going to begin lifting and lowering on the right side, preferably hovering your legs just off the mat if you can manage it. If this is too much for you, you're going to bend your support side and ground through the foot, executing 10 lifts to the 90 position and coming back to your start, making your head heavy into the back of your hands. Once you've done 10 lifts on side 1, you're going to relax back down to the mat, take a recovery breath or 2. Then when you're ready, tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Try to imprint as much of your lower and your mid back as you can, and then begin lifting and lowering on side 2, keeping your head nice and heavy into the back of your hands. You can bend your support leg if you need to. Slowly to 90, and then back to your start position. I'm going to call that 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Peel down into recovery, relaxing long and lengthened on the mat in neutral spine. We're going to double up and we're going to find a modified scissor. Tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position, imprint your lower and your mid back, scoop to peel up off the shoulders, and then begin to scissor the legs, drawing one leg in towards your nose while you hover the other leg just off the mat, or you can play with a smaller range of motion if you prefer. Bend both knees, connect the soles of your feet to the mat, take a recovery breath or 2. When you're ready, you're going to relax the arms at your side, or you can tuck your hands underneath your bottom if you need to. We're going to play with that tick-tock, but this time with an extended leg line. So extend your legs to the 90 position, drop both knees just off center to the left, pause, inhale to draw back to center, exhale to drop and pause, inhale to come back. Start to bend at your knees, coming into a little tabletop position. Get ready for your rolling like a ball, bracing around the shins or behind the thighs as you rock up and down, making a nice little hollow belly and a rounded back. Making sure you're only rocking as far as your shoulder blades and then back up. Last one. Find your way back into your original seat, working with or without the band. You're going to set up your roll down. Remember to keep changing the cross of the band so that every time you have the opposite side on top. Sitting up nice and tall, you're going to nod your chin to your chest. You're going to take it into one roll down and one roll up. And then you're going to begin your rows, your single rows on side one, actively pushing with the back of your elbow, trying to give yourself as much resistance as you can with the band. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, you're going to nod your chin to your chest, you're going to roll it down and up. Sitting up nice and tall to row for 10 on side 2. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to nod your chin to your chest, roll it down and up. Double up on your rows. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to nod your chin to your chest, roll it down and up with control. And you're going to open up into your row, and you're going to keep those elbows wide as you pulse for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it back down. As you meet the mat, ground your elbows, allow the cross to travel between your knees as you begin to bend and extend. Actively kicking away with the soles of your feet, whether you're using a band or no band. I'm going to call that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, let go of one side of the band. Then collect the band, place it at your side, ground both feet, and connect the soles of your feet to the mat. Relax the arms at your side and extend the right leg up to the 90 position. This time we're going to execute a leg drop, and we're going to use an active brace into the foot. You're going to drop the leg maybe halfway, then bend the knee and push back up to your start position. If that felt too easy, you're going to give me a full drop to hovering just off the floor before you bend the knee and take it slowly back to start. Let's shoot for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Head and shoulders stay on the mat. 4 more to go. Last one on this side, then we're going to change sides. Extending the left leg up to drop, cycle, and push back. Last one, then we're going to double up and we're going to execute both legs together. Maybe dropping halfway to cycle back up to start, or maybe bring it all the way to hovering just off the floor, shooting for 10 repetitions. Once you've done 10, you're going to end in the tabletop position, and you're going to come back to a little knee movement. You're going to use the knees to circle around an imaginary ball, maybe using a tennis ball as your guideline, and you're going to move clockwise and anti-clockwise. Tracing around that wall, coming back to start, and then moving in the opposite direction, moving the legs in unison as if they were tied or clipped together. Inhale for half of your circle circumference, and then exhale for the other half so that you're not rushing through that trace. Try to connect to the full spectrum of your abs as you circle out with the knees. Let's do one more in each direction, then we'll roll like a ball. So when you're ready, find your little ball frame and begin to roll back and forth. Remember to hollow out your belly, round out your back. You're going to end in the seated frame. Find your way back to your narrow staff. If you're using a strap, feed it around your feet, and remember to change the cross of your strap. Sit up nice and tall. Find the optimum grip position for you. Nod your chin to your chest. Make sure that your feet and your inner thighs stay active as you're rolling up and down. Give me 10 rows on side 1. 9, 8, you're sitting up, ramrod straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nod your chin to your chest, peel down, and back up. Give me 10 rows on side 2. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to nod your chin to your chest. Roll it slowly down and back up. Double up your rowing efforts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to nod your chin to your chest, roll it down, and back up. Open up your row and pulse. Use your breath. 8, 6, 4, 2. Nod your chin to your chest, roll it down. As you arrive on the mats, make sure that you've crossed the band and that it's traveling between the 2 knees. Anchor through your elbows as you bend and extend through active legs. So keep that brace into your feet. Shooting for roughly 10 bends and extends through the legs. Then let go of one side of the band. Then collect it. Place it at your side so that it's at hand when you need it. You're going to bend your knees, ground your feet as if you were coming into a bridge line. And let's start by taking the left hand and placing it gently on your sternum. So connect to that breastbone. Tuck the right hand behind your head so you're in half a surrender. You're going to begin in neutral spine. On the exhale, tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock. Scoop to peel up off the shoulders in a half a crunch. Look down towards your belly. And then cross over the midline and retrace your path back. We're going to do 10 half crunches on side one. Your left hand is your control hand. So as you scoop up, I want you to feel the sternum dropping down into the mat as you execute the chest lift. Then hold that drop down through the sternum as you fire through the obliques, giving me a controlled rotation through the trunk without throwing your shoulder weight side to side. Peel back down to the mat and change sides. Putting your right hand on your sternum and tucking the left hand behind your head. When you're ready, begin your crunch with a twist to the right. Make sure you're not yanking on your head or your neck. You're resting the weight of your head nice and heavy into that left hand. Last one, we're going to double up. Tuck both hands behind your head as you execute a full chest lift or a crunch. Begin in neutral spine, tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position, imprint your lower and your mid back, scoop to peel up off the shoulders, make the head heavy in your hands, hold that scoop, slowly float back down. Slow and controlled, we're going to shoot for 9 more. Keep those elbows nice and wide. Let's do one more. Then you're going to relax the arms at your side, or you can tuck your hands palms down underneath your bottom. You're going to float both legs up to the 90 position. And this time, with the tips of your big toes, you're going to trace a circular pattern on the ceiling, clockwise and then anti-clockwise. Maybe you're using the circumference of a soccer ball or maybe a basketball at biggest. Try to keep your circle within the outer confines of your mat. Inhaling for half and then exhaling for the other half so that you're not rushing through the circle. Control using the abs. Inhale for half, exhale for the other half. Slow it down. Try not to point your chin up to the sky, so keep the back of your neckline long and relaxed. You're going to give me 2 more, and then at this juncture, you can either hit replay to run through the circuit one more time, or you're going to end off your playtime with a little stretch line. Using your TheraBand, You're going to hook it around your foot. If you don't have a TheraBand, maybe grab a hand towel or maybe your yoga strap. You're going to actively hold on to both strands of your TheraBand, a hand on either side, and you're going to actively just tug down, trying to bring your toes as close towards your nose as you can, drawing the limb closer towards your body line. And soft, almost big pulsing like motions. End as close to your nose as you can, maybe elbows nice and wide, lots of tension on the TheraBand, and you're going to hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Relax back to your start position, maybe this time grasping the TheraBand in your right hand. So you're holding on to both strands with one hand. You're going to brace your support side, so palm down or up. You're going to maybe begin extending your support leg. You're going to tug down on the TheraBand and you're going to hold as close to your nose as you can for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to open up into the B position from here, opening up the leg to the side of the room, and you're going to tug down on the TheraBand, maybe bending at the elbow, creating as much tension as you can on the TheraBand as you open up to whatever your maximum range of motion is. And don't worry about how close that leg is coming to the floor. Just make sure you're keeping yourself pinned on the opposite side of the body. Then draw back to your start position, reopening up the strands of your TheraBand. Tug down, elbows are traveling wide. This time you're going to scoop to peel up off the shoulders and you're going to think knee to nose and you're going to hold for 10, 8. If you need to, you can bend and ground your support leg. 5, 3. Peel back down to the mat, step both of your feet into the TheraBand and just tug down. Think toes to nose, heel to sky. The left side is going to feel a little bit tighter than the right, but tug down and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Step your right leg up, ground that foot, holding onto both strands of the TheraBand in separate hands. You're going to start pulsing, so tugging the limb towards your nose and then softly drawing back to your start position. Just giving the back chain of your left leg an opportunity to begin warming into the stretch. Tug towards your nose and hold. For 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Come back to your original stretch and grab the TheraBand in both hands. Tug down towards your nose, anchor on your support side, and maybe begin to extend your supported limb and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Open up into a beeline stretch, bending actively at the elbow and trying to draw the foot closer towards your ear on the left. Hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Peel back to your start position, re-grasping the individual strands of the TheraBand. Tug down, toes to nose, scoop to peel up off the mat and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Step both feet into the TheraBand. Actively tug down and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Bend your legs, feet the TheraBand out. And close off your playtime on the mat by just taking a long overhead stretch. Neutral spine, reach as long as you can through your fingertips and your toes. Pausing here for a delicious stretch before bending your knees, bringing your hands to prayer, and closing off your practice on the mat. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep it light.